Men here are creepy. Not wearing perfume. Hot like hell. Squat toilets. Squat toilets. Like, I still can't get over this one. Hey there, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ash, a foreigner living and working in Japan, and in this video I'll be talking about some culture shocks that I've experienced, that I've seen, that I've witnessed in the past 6 months and couple days that I've been living and working in Japan. Now it's gonna be so interesting, it's gonna be thought-provoking, it's gonna be mind-blowing. You're gonna want to get comfy because you don't want to miss what I'm about to talk about because trust me, it's gonna be mind blowing. So let's get comfy and have a drink. I'm having my iced coffee. It wasn't made from scratch, but it's in my cup like it was made from scratch. So first things first, there are 4 stages of culture shock. We have honeymoon, frustration, adjustment, and acceptance. In the honeymoon phase, you just arrive in Japan, everything is beautiful, like the place don't even look real, everything just seems like, oh, we're still in a movie. Japan is giving everything that you have seen. The food is just fresh and it just tastes even better, and everything is picture worthy, and you're like, oh my god, pinch myself, am I really in Japan? So that's the honeymoon phase. In my honeymoon phase, I was updating socials. Like, I've never taken so much photos in my life. Like, I would be updating my stories non-stop. Alright, after that, now the frustration phase. So in the frustration phase, this is where, when you're having conversation, well, try to have conversation with local and it's just not making sense. They're not understanding and you are not understanding. And then you go to the supermarket and everything is in katakana, hiragana, and kanji. And you're like, I can't read this. And then you have to take out your phone to translate. And they're like, Japanese everywhere. And you're like, oh my god, I'm tired of this. You come home, you watch a YouTube video now in English, and then Japanese ad pop up and they're like, oh my god, this is so taunting because you just can't understand. And the next phase now is the adjustment phase. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm appreciating the culture, because one thing about Japan, if you don't learn to appreciate the way how things are, you're not gonna survive. Hence why I don't think Japan is for everybody. So I think I am in the adjustment phase where I'm accepting things. This is how things are gonna be. In the acceptance phase, this is where everything feels normal to you and you have fully adjusted. So I think I am pretty much in the adjustment phase where I'm getting the hang of things, but I'm not quite in the acceptance phase where everything seems quite normal as yet. So yeah, now let's get into the culture shocks, because that is why you clicked on this video. So this video is not only for people who are interested in the Japanese culture or planning to come to Japan for vacation or to live or to work. It's also for those who are just like intrigued or you're curious as it relates to what life is really like in Japan, because like you never know. So Japan is not technologically advanced as people perceive it to be. I didn't know that until I got here, when I went to work and they were still using like DVD players and CDs. I'm like, okay, like it was so shocking. Like, I just wanted to laugh. Like, honestly, when I see them coming up with a big old CD player, I'm like, are y'all for real? So I work in the education sector. So like when students are preparing for a listening test, you will see them come up with the big DVD player and CD player. I'm like, oh my god, so outdated. The next one is they are still a cash-based society. So like for example, when I came to Japan, I didn't get a debit card and I still don't get a debit card. So when I went to the bank to open a bank account, I got a cash card and a bank book. Bank book, oh my god, bank book, primary school, elementary school days. I got a bank book and a cash card, and I still don't have a debit card, but I have a card that I got through another company that I can add money to, and it acts like a debit card. So everything is still pretty much cash based, and With that said, there is a lot of coins. And I think it is stemming from the fact that vending machines are ubiquitous. They're like everywhere, like every corner of Japan, there is a vending machine and you have to use coins. Sometimes some vending machine has a part where you put in the bills and it give you coins. And it's the same thing for the buses. Most of the buses is coins. So I think that's the reason why. Squat toilets. Squat toilets. Like I still can't get over this one. When I came to Japan and I went to work for the first time, I wanted to use a bathroom. So my predecessor was still here and I said, "Where's the bathroom?" She told me where's the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, opened the door, squat toilet, squat toilet, squat toilet. I ran out of the bathroom and I ran to her. I'm like, "Oh my god, I don't know how to use this. I don't want to use this." So she told me like there's a western toilet on each floor. There's one single western toilet and I've been using that western toilet. I mean, I've used the squat toilets a few times, but it's not my favorite thing to do. At work, they brush their teeth in the sink. And disclaimer, I mean, I'm not discriminating anybody's culture. I'm just talking about the things that have shocked me. I'm not here to discriminate because you just have to appreciate people's culture for what it is, okay? So they brush their teeth in the kitchen sink. Yeah. Everything is in centimeters. So like from shoe size, sanitary napkin size, height. So I am on the taller side, right? So when I came to Japan, everybody wanted to know how tall are you? How tall are you? I know I am about 5'9", 5'11" there, but I didn't know what was that in centimeters. So because I got the question, it was a frequently asked question at this point. So what I did, I came home and I did my conversion so I can have it at the tip of my tongue to say, "Oh, I'm 180 or I'm 178," something like that, because it was a frequently asked question. How tall are you? And if I said 5'9" or 5'11", they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't know. The next one that really, really shocked me, this was a intense culture shock. The fact that sanitary napkins are in centimeters. Before coming to Japan, I was told that sanitary napkins are in centimeter, so we should measure or and also bring 3 months supplies before coming. So I brought my 3 months supplies, but I don't like surprises, so I decided to buy one on a random day when I went to the supermarket to test it out. No, I forgot to measure the ones I have at home that I brought from my home country, and I just bought a random one. And when I came home, it was too short. Like, girls, y'all understand what I mean when I said it was too short. I bring it to the back, I bring it to the front. No middle ground, it was just too short. So I had to just adjust and get like 3 centimeters up the next time. Men here are creepy. Very, very creepy. And I've experienced, well, one was creepy, the other one was more friendly. So, like, when I just got to Japan, I wanted to be out of the house because I had like several days at home without working, right? And I was getting paid during the time, but I just got time to, like, recover from my jet lag. I was home for a long time. So I used to go to Starbucks to like edit YouTube videos and so on. So one Sunday, on my way from Starbucks, and I was almost at my apartment, I saw this guy, younger guy, in a car waving and said hello. I was riding my bicycle. So, I wanted to be nice. So I said hello. And I continued riding. I kept on riding and I said hello. So now, when I pulled in my apartment, why do I see that same car in my parking lot, in my apartment parking lot? That same car and that same person who said hi to me like a block away. Anyways, I'm like, "What are you doing here?" Of course, his English wasn't that good. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "You were just at Starbucks." I'm like, "Yeah." So I said, "Why never talk to me when I was at Starbucks?" Anyways, that's a story for another time. But he basically followed me home from Starbucks. Creepy. And ended up in my parking lot. And the next one, I was just standing at the bus stop and this guy just like pulled in and just started to have a conversation with me like out of nowhere and saying his wife is from South Africa. I'm like, okay, weird, creepy. Earthquakes are massive in Japan. So when I just came to Japan in the summer, I was like, oh, I've never felt anything. I've never experienced anything. People said I feel earthquakes. I've never felt anything. Lo and behold, one morning I was sleeping. And you know, when I put your alarm on snooze so you can sleep a little bit more, I did that. And then I just feel my bed start shaking, shaking. So now, if you know, how the Leo Palace is set up in Japan, for some of them you have a step up to the bed. So the bed is like high. So if you're gonna come off the bed, you have to step down. When I felt the shaking and I heard things shaking, I jumped off the bed and started to get ready immediately. I mean, it wasn't a massive earthquake, but the fact that I was experiencing one here for the first time and I'm living alone, it was a little bit scary, but it was a massive. And also, where I'm located in Japan, we feel less of the tremors whenever there tremor or whatever tremors whenever there's an earthquake in Japan. Winter and summer in Japan are crazy. If you're planning to visit, don't come in the summer, don't come in the winter. Unless you can bear extreme heat or you can bear extreme cold. Like I get cold easily, so I'm gonna say it's extremely cold. If you've lived in countries that experience snow, fine. You can come here, you can enjoy it. Winter is beautiful here, but it's just too cold. I've even experienced chilblains, and I'm still recovering from that. My fingers are in a horrible condition. I would have shown you guys. I showed it in the first stage, but it's in the healing stage now, so I'm not comfortable to show it. And the summers now, diabolically hot, hot like hell. May I tell you, hot. Like you go outside and you start melt. In the summers, I shower 3 times a day. It is that hot. As I go outside, you melt, your clothes wet. It's just like really hot. And you know why it's worse? It is humid. But in the summers, they have a lot of things to cool you down, though, like AC vests, the little fans, cooling mist sprays, cooling wipes. They have a lot of things to keep you cool, but it's just really hot and muggy in the summertime, and that was a shock for me because I didn't know. No trash cans. So like you know, like in other countries, you walk around, you will see a cash can every kilometer or something. You know, I see no cash can, trash can, trash can. So the only place you will actually see a trash can is like a convenience store, and everything can go in there because the next culture shock is this is a 2-in-1. They separate their garbage. I kind of knew this before, but I never know the intensity of it. So like for example, if I go to the convenience store, it's like only like plastic and cans or something like that. It is just weird. Anyways, one day I was eating a banana on my way out and I wasn't going to work. And I had the banana peel and I was looking for somewhere to throw away the trash, the banana peel. And I couldn't find anyone because I wasn't going close to a convenience store. I was taking the bus somewhere. And you know, I had to bring home that banana peel because I couldn't find anywhere to put it. And I'm not that person who litters. So yes, I could have tried somewhere when nobody now look, but I'm just not that person. I brought home my banana peel. They have their version of everything. So like Amazon JP, Shein JP, and for example, like even snack, they have their version. So one day I went to the supermarket and I saw Doritos. I'm like, yes, I see a snack when I know, I see a Western snack when I like. When I came home and I tasted that Doritos, not the same. Same thing for their Oreos. So everything is their version. People hiding and taking photo of me. Like, if you want a photo, just tell me you want a photo. Don't hide and take photos of me. When I just came to Japan, I was going to this museum with my supervisor. So they told me to meet them at the supermarket in the parking lot. I went there standing. And you know when you feel somebody looking at you? I feel somebody looking at me. So when I look in front of me, I saw this man in a car with his phone taking photos of me like this. I'm like, come on, like don't do that. I just turned my back instantly. I just turned my back because why are you hiding and taking photos of me? Stop it. That's creepy. No tipping. So, in the Western world, if you go to a restaurant and the service was good, you feel like tipping, you can't do that here. You more than likely will get kicked out if you try to do that. And I mean, this is the country where you would want to tip because the customer service is top tier. But they don't believe in tipping. Inside shoes. I knew inside shoes was a thing, but I didn't know the extent of it. Cause like for example, I knew if you work at a school, some schools, not all schools, you take off your outside shoes, you put on your inside shoes because they view it as a transition from the outside world into a learning environment. So you will change over into an inside shoes, right? But I didn't know it go as far as restaurants. There are some restaurants where you have to take off the shoe, doctor's office, and you have doctor's office and the schools, and this one shocked me. He have the toilet shoes as well. So for example, you're in your inside shoes already, but some toilet rooms there's a shoe at the doorway and you're likely required to put on that toilet shoes and it looks so weird. I'm gonna insert a picture. They look so weird. No janitors in school. Like when I came here, I was looking around like, where are the janitors? No janitors. When school finished now, I just see the students cleaning the staff room, they clean their classroom, they clean the hallways, and they clean the schoolyard. And I'm like, wow, this is impressive. Very, very impressive. So, like, yeah, there are no janitors in school. The students clean the school, the entire school. Smaller kids walk to school by themselves. I'm talking like kindergartners. Like in the mornings when I'm on my way to work, you will see them like going to the bus stop by themselves, walking to school by themselves, and they're like the cutest thing. So like when they're crossing the road, they like put up their hand and they run across. The cutest thing. And some of them even stop and talk to me. Of course it's all in Japanese, but like they have this sense of independence like from an early age, and I absolutely love that. Not wearing perfume. No. Like everything that Japanese people wear is like diluted or very subtle. So like when I just came to Japan, I knew this culture of like not wearing strong perfumes, and I was basically warned not to wear strong perfumes to work because they will actually like talk to you about it. No, I brought only one strong perfume. I brought Good Girl. If you know Good Girl, Good Girl is subtle, but still it would still be strong for Japanese people. So I was only wearing my Bath and Body Works to school. That's a body splash, y'all. Body splash. And about the first 2 months, one morning I went to school and they're like, Sensei, your perfume is a little bit too strong, and some students can't deal with strong perfume. But it's kind of weird because the students always tell me that they love how I smell, and this is coming from a teacher. Anyway, for a simpler life, and you have to do what the rooms. Wait, where I go? Do what the Romans do. What? Where I go? I gonna put it on the screen. That saying. Somebody say do what them do. Come in a them country. Anyways, them say it too strong, so I just stop where body splash go school. I just use my EOS lotion and shower with my Dove shea butter and my St. Ives shea butter body wash, and you smell good the same way. So yeah, it was a little bit shocking that they had to talk to me about my body splash. So I guess going forward I'm gonna have to buy the sort of Japanese perfume when I wear that when I'm going to work. The bathroom setup. Guys, I knew all about the bathroom setup before coming to Japan, but for some reason it shocked me. So like the toilet is not in the same space that the shower is in, right? So for my apartment, I have a toilet room and then I have a shower room. And it's really small. It's really small. If you want to see a tour or the challenges I have about my apartment, I have a video on TikTok that you can check out. I'll pop it on the screen. Yeah. You can get a pack of bread with only 3 slices. Yes, 3. You can get with 3, 5, 7. Yeah. And if you're not a bread person like myself, you would absolutely love that because I would buy a pack of 5 and it just wastes. And then I saw a pack of 3 and I'm like, yeah, this is for me. It was a shocker, but I actually love it. Okay, so the next shock is taking the bus, right? So when you're taking the bus, you would enter at the front and you pay. Not in Japan. You enter at the back, you take a ticket and you sit down. Now there's gonna be a number on the ticket and there's gonna be a monitor at the front of the bus with some numbers on it. So you're gonna match the corresponding number on your ticket and on the screen, and whatever price is on the screen that corresponds with your number, that is what you pay when you are coming off. I hope what I said just makes sense, right? So when you pay that money when you're coming off, like not in a country like Jamaica, US, Canada, people are gonna come off of that bus and not pay. But Japanese people are so disciplined, it works. A lot of time I'm on the bus and I see foreigners trying to enter at the front, or when them take the ticket they're so confused, like, should I pay now? But somebody told me before I took the bus, so I knew exactly what to do. Or no, I actually watch because I observe a lot and I realized that the ticket come out and I sit down and I paid when I was coming off. And on the topic of public transportation, you are not allowed to talk on public transportation. I don't have a problem with that. If anybody a call me or if I'm on a call, them just stay silent until I reach my destination. But I actually love it because where I'm coming from, people are chat for about 1 hour on the bus. From we leave to when we reach, they're just chatting. So I actually like that you can't talk on public transportation. Love. So the next interesting one. So like for example, when you're using the escalator in Japan, you should stand on the left side, right? So here's the reason why you're going to leave the right side vacant. So if you should ever see like a video of like people in Japan, or if you visit Japan and you wonder why people are only standing on the left side, they're leaving the right side free, so people who are in a rush, people who busy, people who late, they can run up or run down the left side. So I've noticed that like sometimes I see people running up the escalator. So you actually leave that side for them to run up or run down if they are in a hurry or if they just don't want to wait. So that's it. That is the end of this video. All the cultural shocks that I've experienced as a foreigner. I want you to engage in the comment section and comment and tell me which one is the most mind-blowing. Also, let me know if you want more sit-down videos like this, talking about my experience here in Japan. Until next time, I'm your girl Ash. But before I go, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment to let me know you were here. Don't be afraid to engage in the comment section. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.